Buddy, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today on the channel to continue our walkthrough series of the retired past Scentsy catalogs. We left off, I couldn't believe it was actually almost 2 months ago from the last time I did a video like this in the series. Definitely the 10 new fragrances in the fall catalog, the harvest collections, all the new LTOs that have come out have definitely pushed me away from continuing on with the series. So I'm hopeful that I can wrap this up by the end of the year, and I definitely want to do like past bring back my bars, past harvest collections, Easter, just continue the series that way. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Scentsy catalog from fall and winter of 2017. I was purchasing. I wasn't a consultant, I was purchasing during this time frame. So I'm very well aware of this catalog. I actually still have a physical copy of this catalog. So a lot of these scents I've had multiple experiences with. I know how they perform, things like that. And a lot of the warmers and stuff I have, purchased over the years, with party links that I've hosted and things like that. All right, I wonder if I can just hit the down button instead of scrolling. All right, so here's like their little mission statement that they always do in every catalog. Lots of hashtags because we're still heavily going the social media route with Instagram and Facebook and all of those things. Is it not gonna? Apparently not. Okay. Here's the table of contents page with just some snapshots of, products and people that are just, happy and hashtag built with love, all this stuff. Okay, so here's a charitable cause warmer for this catalog. So it looks like Scentsy partnered up with Habitat for Humanity, and they created a white ceramic house warmer built with love for $45. That probably is a really good performing warmer. I just don't like the fact that it has an enclosed lid. Yes, the holes seem to be a lot bigger than the pinholes that they normally do with the enclosed lid warmers, but still, I probably would pass on that even though it's a white ceramic. Okay, then this page is just explaining that there's 3 ways to play with fragrance with Scentsy, that there's 3 fragrance systems, the warmer in wax, the diffuser in oils, and then the new Scentsy Go in pods. So there's over 120 fragrances, endless possibilities. So they're kind of like showing you that there's 3 different routes to go if you wanted to fragrance your home. And obviously, since the Scentsy Go and pods are new, they're going to focus on that on this page. So they are promoting them as portable, instant fragrance, and they're customizable. I totally agree with all of that. I do like the Scentsy Go that does run off batteries. I do like that one. And I do like the fact that it's instant fragrance, that you don't have to wait for the wax to melt. And sometimes certain oils, they will instantly hit your room and develop. Other times it could take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour to develop in your space, all depending on the oils that are being used in that particular wax melt. So I do like the fact that with the fan diffusers or the Scentsy Go systems, you can literally just turn it on and it's instant. And it is customizable because you can mix the pods. You don't have to use both pods of the same fragrance. You can pick and choose and kind of create your own fragrances that way as well. And yeah, so I do have several of these. I think I have one in my office and one that was gifted to me that I have here in my car. But I do like the Scentsy Go. I feel like that has a lot more power to it than the mini fan diffusers, although I do have 2 leopard cheetah print, whatever, mini fan diffusers, and I think I also have a green one too. All right, and then these are just all the pods. So in 2017, there weren't a lot of pods to choose from. Let's see. There's baked apple pie, black raspberry vanilla, blueberry cheesecake, Christmas cottage, clean breeze, coconut lemongrass, Eskimo kiss, which is now called polar bear hug, honeymoon hideaway. I haven't seen honeymoon hideaway in forever. Jammy time, Luna, pink haze, pumpkin roll, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, Weathered Leather, and Welcome Home. So now here we go. New releases. So how many did we get this season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 15 new releases in fall of 2017. I liked when there was a lot, but I also feel like they did a lot of new releases because there wasn't as many scent categories in the catalog back then. And I think they didn't have a lot of changeover. Like there wasn't like a bunch that got axed every 6 months like they do now. So, but we've got 15 new fragrances for the fall catalog for 2017. Apple and Cinnamon Sticks was one of them, and that is currently available. So we've got 8 years running with Apple and Cinnamon Sticks. So obviously it's a bestseller for a reason. Holly Berry Cinnamon. Now, I like Holly Berry Cinnamon. It is a more tree-based version of Homestead Holiday, which is also in this lineup. I feel like Holly Berry Cinnamon had a lot more juniper and a lot more tree than Homestead Holiday, which is blood orange, cinnamon, and fir needle. So Homestead Holiday is definitely a homesteader, orange spiced with a little bit of tree. Lots of cinnamon. So those were new. I love Homestead Holiday. That will stay in my club forever. I am trying to determine whether I like it more than cinnamon pine cones, because I do like cinnamon pine cones a lot, but I just can't choose between the two, and I think at some point I am going to have to choose between the two of them, so we'll see. Hug in a Mug. I miss Hug in a Mug. That was a really good mixer scent. I used to mix that with a lot of different things like Mocha Doodle, hazelnut latte, vanilla bean buttercream. I used to also mix it with peppermint dreams, brownie batter, perk me up, breakfast blend. It was such perfect peppermint. It was such a good mixer scent because it's got chocolate, hazelnut, and cookie dough. So orange clove pomander. We had this return in January for Bring Back My Bar. It's all right. I prefer sweet orange pomander. That's my scent. Glacial ice, wildberry, and frosted mistletoe. I know I've tried this one before, but I always get this one and Glacier Hotel, or no, is it no, it's Ice Hotel. I always get Ice Hotel and Glacier Ice mixed together. And then there is Glacier Water too. So yeah, Love and Happiness. I miss this. I have 2 extremely old sweaty bars that I really do need to warm through this season. It's got glazed chestnuts, vanilla, and sugarcane. It's sophisticated and bougie and very, very like, you know that dusty note that's in Starburst Sky? Love and Happiness has that. Painted Leaves, one of my favorite atmospheric scents that Scentsy does. Blue spruce, red maple, and golden woods. It literally smells like the air on an early October cold morning. Pretty and Plum, my favorite plum scent of all from Scentsy. Red plum, black coconut, and sweet cream. I am telling you guys, it doesn't smell like much on cold, but when you warm this, it comes alive and it is so strong and it's such a good performer and it's creamy. Like it's almost got like a cashmere creaminess to it. I love the thing so freaking much. I could warm it all winter, all fall, all the time. Quiet Grove. I've had this one before. It reminds me of my step-grandfather, John. There was like this cologne that he used all the time. And when I smell this fragrance, it just reminds me of him. It's bergamot, jasmine, and sandalwood. Spiced fruit cider. I don't remember this one. I'm sure I liked it, but I just don't remember it. Pomegranate juice, sweet orange, and cinnamon stick. Gingerbread donut. Wow, they're really like not even in alphabetical order. Gingerbread donut. I've had gingerbread donut before. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite gingerbread. It's golden gingerbread, spiced donut, and vanilla bean. Sweet cream spice. This one's a really good one. Some people are kind of put off by it because some people can get a sour note with Scentsy's like frothy milk, cheesecake, cream cheese, type of oils. I don't get it in sweet cream spice, but it's vanilla bean, nutmeg, and frothy milk. It's kind of like just a latte scent is really what it is. Vanilla Oud was a brand new fragrance in fall of 2017. So vanilla, leather, and oud wood. We just got this back in the Father's Day collection, which was a nice surprise. And then toasted coconut amaretto. I do like this one. It's almond, praline cream, and a hint of anise. I think that's why I like it so much, because I do like licorice in wax. All right, here we have the fall winter section. So we've got black orange marmalade. I know people like this one. It turns my nose the wrong way. Autumn sunset, they just retired. Cashmere pear is a beloved scent of mine. Cider mill is in the catalog, as well as cinnamon bear. Cranberry garland, I was able to pick up a few bars in a clearance update. I love cranberry garland. That has to be my favorite cranberry scent by Scentsy. And then candied. How did I rank it? It's cranberry garland, cranberry tinsel, and then I think if I'm gonna go for bakery, it's candied cranberry pecan. Cedar cider is dearly departed. That is no longer in the fall catalog, but I do have it locked up in club. Honey pear cider, that's always been a fan favorite. Hopefully we can see it return sometime. Farm stand pumpkin, they just retired this one. Lavender white balsam. This is a good scent if you guys like a good background scent, if you like tree and you like lavender. Everything nice. That's my favorite pumpkin. It literally smells like pumpkin pecan waffles. It literally smells like it. It's so good and decadent and strong for my house. Ugh, love it so much. Pumpkin roll, peppermint rush. Love peppermint rush. It is a favorite of mine. I did drop it from my club, but that's because I have 3 on hand, and I feel like I can get peppermint from vendor, and I'm sure that there's another peppermint scent that will come out. There's actually one of the scent of the seasons that's coming out that's like sweet peppermint something, but it's got marshmallow, so I'm hoping that that might be a replacement for peppermint rush. Very snowy spruce and pumpkin marshmallow. I love pumpkin marshmallow. It's fabulous mixed with around the campfire, just saying. And then the holiday section, we've got Christmas cottage, clove and cinnamon, Eskimo Kiss, which is now called Polar Bear Hug. Peppermint Dreams, literally the best peppermint chocolate cupcake ever. It is 70% peppermint, 30% chocolate cupcake. So freaking strong. Literally, a little bit will go a long way. Silver Bells, that is in our catalog currently. Very Merry Cranberry. They hate cranberry, I swear. I will stand on a soapbox and say that for the rest of my Scentsy days, that they hate cranberry. At least they hate it enough not to keep the good ones around. They will make a cranberry scent every once in a while, but then they just take it away. Don't make that make sense. Caramel Vanilla Delight, that was in Bring Back My Bar, oh gosh, 24? 23? It was a while ago. Cozy Fireside. Cozy Fireside's actually coming back in Holiday Bricks. So we'll be able to get that again. Iced Pine was in the Scentsy Club Glitch. I did throw it in my club, and then I took it out. I didn't even bother getting a bar of it. I was just like, yeah, screw it, whatever. And then Snowberry is in the catalog currently, so it's still around. All right, then here's the classic section. And I just want to, this is like way out of left field, but I think this is what Scentsy is planning on doing with every new catalog going forward. I think they're pulling from the classic section and putting in a couple of bars from those old classic sections into the new catalog. Because in our current catalog, we've got Lucky in Love, Orange Dreamsicle, Banana Nut Bread, and Bora Bora Blossom. So some of those were in the classic section. So I think that's what they're doing. So you might see some of these scents come up in the catalog. Just saying. Blueberry cheesecake, blue grotto, black raspberry vanilla, by the sea, clean breeze, cinnamon vanilla, camu camu, Luna, clothesline, coconut lemongrass, just breathe. Oh, I am so mad at myself for not clubbing French lavender. I don't know what I was thinking, because they've done it before. They had it in the catalog, and then they got rid of it for a little bit, and then they brought it back, and then they seasonally retired it, brought it back, and then now they officially retired it. I don't learn from my mistakes, I guess. Perfectly Pomegranate, not available in catalog, but you can get that one in Scentsy Club Brick. Ocean, love Ocean. Water lilies and ocean breezes. It's more than that. It's a murky, aquatic, fresh scent. Skinny Dippin', Sweet Pea Vanilla. I would grab more Sweet Pea Vanilla if I ever saw it. Sunkissed Citrus, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, Welcome Home, and my beloved White Tea and Cactus. Then here we have Darling and Dashing and Corner Cafe. So Darling and Dashing was our romance and man section that they put together to be Darling and Dashing. So they combined it into one category. So we've got Amazon Rain. We have Bonfire Beach. So Bonfire Beach moved from, I think, being a man scent originally to then being in the Darling Dashing section to then eventually moving into woods. So that one's definitely hopped around the catalog. Atlantic Air, that is a really good one if you like sea salty air and like florals. Citrus Rosemary, I don't mind that one. Lucky in Love is back in our catalog. Bergamot and Solar Driftwood. Honeymoon Hideaway. It's a pretty scent when you sniff it. It just does not perform at all. Like, I can never get that thing to perform. And it's probably because it's very light notes. You got lily, kiwi, and coconut palm. So, my Mandarin Grapefruit Amber. I don't remember that one. So I can't tell you whether or not I liked it. My Dear Watson is not bad. I do like the suede in that one. It is on the lighter side. Mystery Man I've never liked. Peach and White Amber is too light. Too light. Too legit to quit. It needs to quit because it's too light. That's exactly what it needs to do. Exactly what it needs to do. Oh my Lanta. I tried to silence it and it didn't happen. Hold on, guys. Does anybody else still have a landline, or is it just me? I have a landline still. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it, to be honest. There's too many people that know that number, like doctor's offices, and it'd be way too much to try to even get rid of it. So, yeah. All right, back to what we were talking about. Peach and White Amber. That one's too late. My Persian Lime and Sandalwood, I would love to see this return in something. Either like a Father's Day collection or just clearance, just so I could grab a bunch. Pineapple Coconut Vanilla. I do like this one. It is more fig than it is actual pineapple, so keep that in mind if you ever see it. Pink Haze is a really good one. It's got berries, nectarines, and marshmallow. And then Sea Salt and Avocado is one of my favorite green scents that Scentsy's done. It's pink, sea salt, orange, and avocado. Then Corner Cafe is still pitiful. Our bakery section still lacked. But keep in mind, some of these other sections over here had bakery. Like we've got vanilla bean buttercream over here, blueberry cheesecake. And then, you know, in the fall and winter, there was, you know, everything nice. Pumpkin marshmallow, pumpkin roll. Caramel Vanilla Delight, I believe, was a bakery. And then over here in the new section, there was toasted coconut amaretto, sweet cream spice, gingerbread donut, hug in a mug. So yeah, so there was other bakeries. They're just in other categories. But the ones that were in the Corner Cafe were apple butter freaking frosting, baked apple pie, coconut pumpkin pie. That one sucks. I never liked that one. The coconut's really, really waxy. Lemon thyme berry. It's lemonade and strawberry with thyme. Mocha doodle. Cozy chai's Dunkin' Donuts latte. Love it. Whipped vanilla pear. That's another good transition pear light bakery. Sugar cookie is just fantastic. Toffee butter crunch, that one's good, but I prefer salted caramel toffee. And then southern sweet tea, I don't like that one, but that's just me. All right, and then here's where they're just showing the different warmers. So we have regular warmers, mini warmers, and they're showing it with the tabletop base and the plug-in, element warmers, and then warmer with a wrap. And then here they show all the different finishes that the warmers can have. So there's crackle glaze, glow, hand-painted reactive glaze, and then reactive glaze. So this section is kind of natural wonder. So this is kind of like what they're doing now, where they're categorizing warmers. They're doing it based off of a vibe now in our current catalog. So like there's warm, enliven, and inspire, and classic. This is more like decor. So this is natural, be it fields, forest, or ocean floor. So you got daisies. These are the they cast shadows against the wall. Morning sunrise, I have this mini warmer. Aspen Grove, this one was new. My mom has this one, but she doesn't have the mini. She has the full size. So this is the mini. And then Sea Star. And then on this page is like hippie. So hippie, bohemian, on trend. So we've got the pineapple, the Southern Hospitality, champagne. That one's really nice. I wouldn't mind getting that one. Love Swept, Midnight Copper, Little Garden. I have that one. And I like how you can customize it and use different decor pieces like in the, what do you want to call it? The shallow dish here. So instead of using succulents, like in the Christmas, you could put like mini pine cones in there. I've even had some people put like, what is it? The powdered snow. Fall, people have put like leaves or pumpkins. In the spring, you could put like moss, like Spanish moss. Summer, you could put sand. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do with it. All right, these are patterns, so different like geometric patterns. So we've got Indio tile. That kind of reminds me of my mom's blue and white china that she had growing up. Colors of the rainbow. These were weird bird bath looking dishes. These are other ones that have like a wrap that cascade the shadows of the shapes on the wall. This one's more modern, so more modern and clean. So we've got mid-century. I don't know how I would like that one because you can clearly see the innards of the warmer. Black Crush is gorgeous, though. That one's really pretty. I just don't like the base. If we got rid of the base, I would probably get that one. Carrara is just a marble one. This one is more contemporary. It's all white. Then here you have like the vintage charm. Like these are like retro. So you got the coffee grinder, which is called Morning Grind. You've got Love, Laughter, and Coffee, a toaster, and then a fruit crate. And it had, like, you could turn it. So one side was peaches, and I believe the other side was apples, I think. I can't zoom in. It doesn't really show it that well. And then this is Chart Your Course. So this is like travel and adventure. So we've got a little moped, a camper, suitcases, a passport warmer, and this was the cord concealing warmers, which I wish they would make some new ones instead of the two that we have currently. And then this is country. I absolutely love this country light one. I think that would be gorgeous if you had the on the seashore. It was the warmer of the month that came out with Pacific Mist. Dream It, Live It, Love It. I have this Prairie Picture one. Chasing Fireflies. I have the mini of that. And then No Place Like Home. And then this is just for fun. So this is for pets, animals. So they've got a fox, a forest rat, a cat, Hoot the Owl. This was DIY make. I don't want to DIY my warmers. I'm sorry. I know that's probably... probably people thought it was like innovated and like the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't want to have to DIY my warmer. I just want to plug it in and use it. And then I Heart Dogs. Oh my God, there's more warmers? Jeez, up your game. Trendy setting pieces no one will expect. So a dice, an 8-ball, a black knight. I don't know how great these would have been for like performing and throwing wax. And then we have the campus collection. So they had all of the different helmets. And then they had the mini warmers. And then we had a Major League Baseball contract. So they were still doing the baseball helmets in these particular teams. And then these are the diffusers. So you got the shade and the base, or both the shade and the base. Kind of showing you how to use it. Lifetime warranty. There's 16 different LED color light effects. So you got beach scene. Oh no, not beach. Sorry, reach. And then avid. And then here's all the different oils. I'm just going to look at some of the new ones. So we've got marine cypress lavender, sandalwood lemon basil, patchouli rose. Pecan sugarcane vanilla probably was a really good one. And then these are essential oils and then essential oil blends. And they had Scentsy VIP, which was their Scentsy club. This was like the starting of it. But you could only do oils or laundry. That's how it first started off with. So that's why you're seeing that right there. And then here's all the on-the-go fragrance. So car bars, travel tins, room spray, scent circles, scent packs. And then something for everybody. Here's the body care line. So we have a lot. We've got body wash. We have body souffle, hand soap, lotion, body cream, hand cream, and a fragrance roller. That's a lot. No wonder they canned half of the body line. They had so much going on. And why would I need body souffle when you make body cream? Tell me the difference. And then this is lotion. So what's the difference between this and this? I don't know. So Scentsy Body was available in Lucky and Love, Luna, Mandarin Grapefruit Amber, Peach and White Amber, Persian Lime and Sandalwood, Pineapple Coconut Vanilla, Sea Salt and Avocado, Skinny Dipping, Sunkissed Citrus, and Vanilla Bean Buttercream. Here we go with the Scentsy Buddies and the Buddy Clips. And here you can order Lenny the Lamb all year round. So apparently he was guaranteed to stay in stock. Then you have the Scentsy Sidekicks. And Bath Time Scentsy products. So you had the Scrubbies and the Smoothie. Kid fragrances were Apple Crush, Bubblegum Blast, Jammy Time, Gleeful Grape, and Oodles of Orange. So the only two that we really have not seen since I returned being a consultant in 2022 has been Bubblegum Blast and Oodles of Orange. Those are the only two in this catalog that I have not seen come back yet. And then they had the kids section had their own warmers, and they had their own diffusers, and they had their own oil. Then here's Fresh and Clean. So here is the laundry and the cleaning line. So laundry had Scentsy Soft, which was their fabric softener, the 2 different size washer whiffs, the laundry liquid, and the dryer disc. And again, you could get laundry in Scentsy Club with the Scentsy VIP. And then the cleaning section just had Counter Clean, Kitchen Soap, and Scentsy Fresh. Now, Scentsy Fresh has now moved into the laundry section, and Kitchen Soap got changed to dish soap and is no longer available. And then here's the part where they tell you about the great things you can do with the host rewards. Back then, it was just $200 for the first tier, $350 for second, $500 for third, and $1,000 for fourth. $500 or higher is usually where I try to tell people to go, unless they just want to cash out, then, get to that $200. And then these are just like some quotes from current consultants about, you know, why Scentsy was so great and what opportunities it gave them. They're also letting you know that they have consultants in 11 countries back in 2017. And then here's everything you need to know if you wanted to be a consultant, the $99 starter kit, the compensation plan, all of that lovely stuff. And then here we have the bundle and save page, which they've severely cut. There's not a lot of these anymore. Like all these pick 3 are no longer available. They did have a twin pack of wax for $11. So 11, so that would have been $5.50 for 2 bars if you used it as a half off item. That's not bad. I miss these. We still have them, the warmer and wax bundles. There's just not as many. We don't have a lot of the buy 5 get 1 free. We can do it on the back end for the bars. But most of it is 6 packs. And then there are differences like in the Laundry Love and the cleaning and stuff like that. And then here's the fragrance grid. Kind of lets you know everything that each scent comes in and all of that. And then here's all the accessories. So different wraps, stands, cord concealing stands, the tabletop bases, a scent storage box. I don't understand why anyone would pay that much money for a box. It's $55 and it only holds 45 bars of wax. I'm sorry. Half of us here on YouTube would need like 50 of these things. Light bulbs. And then there was a different decorative scenes for the little garden and the DIY warmer that you could buy. But honestly, just go to the dollar store if you want to do that. And that's it. That is the fall winter catalog of 2017. So hopefully you guys have been with Scentsy a little bit and are familiar with some of these scents and warmers that were in this catalog. There are a lot of favorites in here that I would happily see return. Yeah, so let me know what your favorites were from this catalog. I think if I was to say my favorites, they're probably in that new release section. If I can get to it. Yeah, a lot of my favorites are in... Oh, my goodness, I did it again. A lot of my favorites are in this new release section. Like the Pretty and Plum, we just saw it, if I can scroll down to it. Yeah, so like Pretty and Plum, Painted Leaves, Homestead Holiday, Love and Happiness. If you're a bakery fan, I mean, I would recommend, you know, Sweet Cream Spice and Toasted Coconut Amaretto to anybody. Cranberry Garland is another good one. Peppermint Dreams. White Tea and Cactus always. My Persian Lime and Sandalwood, of course. And definitely out of this bakery section, Apple Butter Frosting and Cozy Chai I would love to see return. But yeah, so that's it, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what your favorites were from this catalog. Do you remember ordering from this catalog? We'll continue the conversation. Thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate all the love and support. If you're not already subscribed, please do so you don't miss out on my next video. And check me out on all my social media platforms below. All right, bye guys.